promoters with effect from October 1, 2023. The fee for these licenses will be as follows: US $15,000 annually for non-resident agents and US $10,000 annually for non-resident promoters. In addition, Mr. Speaker, during our pre-budget consultations, a number of participants recommended increases in the tax on alcohol and tobacco to assist government in maintaining the health system. Therefore, government will increase the current excise tax rates on alcohol and on tobacco by 25 cents per litre and per kilogram, respectively. This increase will take effect on September 1, 2023. As already mentioned, government is also implementing several measures to reduce the operating costs of the public service, including bulk procurement for commonly used items and a reduction in the use of paper. Cabinet has decided to go green by November 1, 2023. That is, there will be no more paper submissions to Cabinet. All submissions will be made electronically through a secured system. In addition, we will bring to Parliament the necessary amendment to repeal the return filing requirements in the Income Tax Act, Chapter 6701 of the 2017 Revised Laws of Dominica, for individuals whose only source of income is from employment. This measure will be implemented in phases to allow sufficient preparation time for the private sector. The first phase will apply to government employees with effect from income year 2024. Mr. Speaker, this means that a government employee who receives only income from the government will not be required to file an income tax return for income year 2024, which would have been due by March 31, 2025. The Inland Revenue will put the necessary administrative arrangements in place to ensure that qualifying employees continue to benefit the tax deductions prescribed by the Income Tax Act. Mr. Speaker, presently the fee to obtain a birth certificate and a marriage certificate is $5, while the cost of the paper for each certificate plus the cost of printing is in excess of $30. With effect from August 1, 2023, the cost of birth, marriage, and death certificates will be $20. Mr. Speaker, the current tax policy on petroleum products has been in place for approximately 20 years, but for the change in name of the taxes when we introduced the excise tax in March 2026. Prior to the introduction of the excise tax, the consumption tax plus the sales tax on gasoline amounted to the same $3, excess tax per gallon of gasoline that we pay today, and $2.38 per gallon of diesel, which we currently pay. Additionally, in July 2008, government removed the 45 cents excise tax and the customs service charge on liquefied petroleum. Mr. Speaker, we are of the view that the time has come for a review of the tax regime on petroleum products. Therefore, government will appoint a task force to review the current rates and system of taxation, as well as provide recommendations for the implementation of a modern tax regime that is equitable and fair. We intend to report to the Parliament the findings and recommendations of these exercises by January 2024. Mr. Speaker, in accordance with the Climate Resilience Act of 2018, the Climate Resilience Execution Agency, CREAD, tenure is due to end in December 2023. CREAD was created in the aftermath of Hurricane Maria that devastated the island in September of 2017 to provide coordination and leadership to the country in its pursuit to rebuild the island as the first climate resilient nation in the world. Mr. Speaker, our government is proud of the many accomplishments of CREED, particularly in the manner in which it has worked with the communities, international agencies, and line ministries within the government. CREED has performed remarkably over the past 4 years. Many international bodies and agencies have indicated a very strong interest in the work of CREED and have also documented its work through the use of multimedia in writing. Most recently, a delegation from Providencia, Colombia, spent a week in Dominica to learn of Dominica's resilience journey. We thank our international and regional partners who assisted us with the establishment of CREED, as well as the multilateral organizations, well-wishers, advisors, and staff who have supported CREED. Our sincere and special thanks are extended to the Government of Canada and the United Kingdom, who assisted with the funding and supervision of CREED. The levels of success attained could not have been achieved without their leadership and support. The work of the agency remains very relevant and important to achieving our ambition to be the first climate-resilient nation in the world by 2030. Therefore, some of CREED's activities are being systematically handed over to other government agencies and the private sector. The remainder of CREED's activities will continue in a resilience unit within the ministry responsible for economic planning. Mr. Speaker, as I conclude, I wish to thank our many foreign partners and multinational institutions who have been providing critical assistance to this country. I thank the Honorable Prime Minister for his mentoring and support, as well as my colleagues for the cooperation and encouragement. Last but not least at all, the entire staff of the Ministry of Finance, Economic Planning, Climate Resilience, and Social Security, my constituents, my well-wishers, and family. Before I end, Mr. Speaker, permit me to reiterate our government's call for a national reset. The world has changed, and so must our mindset. We must come to terms with the present-day global reality and be mindful of the possible global changes which may lie ahead. It is imperative that we act responsibly with our choices, priorities, and policies in how we manage our lives and our resources. We have worked hard, and I am calling on us in this fiscal year to work even harder. We must secure current gains and lay a sound platform for the future. We are a resilient people. We have encountered numerous challenges and have learned many lessons as a country. Following each event, we have demonstrated our ability to overcome and to rise. Furthermore, every event has guided us on how best to prepare for the next. This is why we must seize the opportunity now, while we can and before the occurrence of the next event, in order to better withstand the next shock, which is inevitable. Mr. Speaker, this is exactly what this budget seeks to do. This is exactly what this national reset does, and this is exactly what resilience means. This is why all of us, individually and collectively, need to quickly embrace this critical national reset to secure the gains we have made and continue on the path to resilient and sustainable development. As a small island developing state, our survival is in our hands. By the grace of God, we will thrive. God bless Dominica. God bless the people of Dominica. God bless the government of Dominica. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, after masterful. The reality is I don't inherit again. I can stay for 2 hours. But very well done. I move that the House be suspended, adjourned to Thursday, 27 July at 10 a.m. Thank you.
And now the mic, second.
Seconded.
It has been moved and seconded that the House be adjourned to Thursday, 27th July at 10 a.m. Those in favor? Aye. Those against? The ayes have it. House stand adjourned until Thursday, 27th July, 2023 at 10 a.m.
Mr. Speaker.